sitting behind 5%, you can see the cheat lane. No one going crazy, ready to split for the get lane. If it weren't for Google, man, that bitch wouldn't know my nickname. Drop the Maybach truck on the watch and then we play Jane.
Alright, so I recently bought a full Scar audio system. I'm talking speakers, amps to run the mids and highs, and then for the bass, I bought the Scar EVL 12 D4. The plan was to try to build a custom box for it and see, you know, just what's good with the brand. But unfortunately, as soon as I hooked up the door speakers, yeah, I realized you get what you pay for, and I sent all that shit back. I ended up turning around and buying a Sundown Audio SA 12 V2. And yeah, this video is how I built the custom box about it. Okay. From the moment I touched this is way better build quality than what the fuck I just had with that Scar. Oh my God. This shit feel premium. Oh yeah. The basket doesn't feel like some cheap shit. Yeah, okay. This feels like it was meant to compete with the big boys, compete with the big brands. God, this is how some shit should be built, man. I'm impressed, man. Let's see how it looks inside this box. Yeah, so I already had started building this box. I didn't put the front piece on because I got some special plans for it. But yeah, that's what this video is about, how to build a plexiglass box. But the plan first is to get this hooked up temporarily, listen to it, see if I like the sound. And then if I like the sound, do the plexiglass. If I don't like the sound, sell all this shit and cry because I just sold my 15s. Okay, so this is how the front piece is gonna fit. But since it's a temporary piece, we're not gonna do like normal where we drill a pilot hole and then screw into it. Instead, we're gonna use these thread inserts. So I'm gonna put the thread inserts here, and then I'm gonna screw these bolts into the thread inserts. You do this so you can put them in and out. And then to seal up the box, since I'm not using silicone or anything, since it's just screwed in, I have this weather stripping. Doing that to temporarily see how this sounds, because when I use the the acrylic box, that's the way I'm gonna have to seal it anyway. Let's go. So the process is pretty simple. First, you wanna drill a hole that's about as thick as your bolt. After you go through, you wanna get on the other side. Then you wanna come back, and you wanna counterbore with a hole as thick as your insert. Remember to mark the depth of your insert with like, you know, tape or something so you don't go too deep. So on the practice piece, let me show how it goes. Place your thread insert in there. So after you screwed it in with your Allen key, you wanna get nice and flush. And if you bore another hole through another piece, come through the other side, you should be able to fasten it with some threaded screws. And it's as simple as lining it back up. Start threading that needle. So that was simple enough. Now we got all our holes threaded. We're gonna lay down this gasket, this weather seal or whatever. It's gonna function the same way that our silicone function. Because remember, this is a temporary basket, temporary baffle. So I guess the next thing you want to do is before you screw it down, grab like an X-Acto knife and cut out where you put the inserts. If you don't do this, you run the risk of pulling out your inserts. Ask me how I know. All right, so start laying your screws in. Go ahead, ratchet it down. If you start feeling a lot of resistance, stop. You might have to dig the hole deeper. There you go. I'm really supposed to have a washer here, but I forgot to buy some. But that's okay, because like I said, this is a temporary front. But when I do the plexiglass, I have to make sure not to make mistakes like that because I don't want to crack the plexiglass, tighten this down too much. Ooh, so I got my subwoofer hole cut out. It's not that bad. Definitely done worse. I need to clean all this up and then see if the sub fit. Please fit. It's a perfect fit, y'all. From top to bottom, it's a perfect fit. I could cry. I could legit cry. This looks really good. I like the spacing. I like how I feel like I have more trunk. Ignore the shitty wiring. I left my 10 gauge at home, so this I have to do. I have these terminal cups too, so I wouldn't have to run this wire, but I'm waiting to see how I like it. So it's been about a week. I decided to order my plexiglass. I'm praying that this is double-sided, you know, with tape. It's not just raw dog plexiglass. But pretty much I just measured it from here to here. I had it custom cut to that size. I still got to cut the holes out and drill the holes for, you know, the screws. But let's see how this looks. So I kept the template before, and you need to line this up perfectly because this is your alignment hole. So like nothing's ever perfect. Like some of these sit directly in the middle of the 3/4 inch. Some sit a little closer to the edge because it's hard to get it perfect. So you keep the template from last time to make sure that everything screws down right. Once you got the template, you just pre-drill these holes into the acrylic and pray you don't fuck up. So I pre-drilled my first hole. My personal advice, it's plastic. Do not force yourself through the other side. Let the drill do all the work because the last thing you want is this to crack. You want to grab one of your screws, come from the other side, basically to keep it as like its alignment. I'm gonna come from the back up though. Cool, so just from the screws I done put in so far, don't forget to put some washers so you don't crack your plastic. This shit's a perfect fit. So I'm about to cut the subwoofer hole out. Hopefully I can get it right now that I'm gonna start spray painting the box because I want it to look real good. This is my first attempt. I've already cut through, but I can't get the hole to come out because it's refusing because it's melted. So it's like you gotta re-hit the hole again, then try it. So I went through the hole again, and this time, I ain't gonna lie, I've been working on this for a while. I cut the hole too small, and I had to just keep going by and re-chipping off small pieces to get the sub to fit. I done fucked the paper up, but it's a good fit, man. I'll show you in a second. It's a good fit. Look, y'all, another perfect fit. All right, now it's time to clean this box up. So it's time to paint. I'm using black on the port, white on the inside. I've already been spraying the port with the first coat. Safety first, man. This shit is kicking up. Hella fumes, hella spray. If you care about it, take it off. I hit the black port, hit the white. White's coming in nice. All right, so I use like a whole can of white. It looks kind of decent so far. But MDF is known to soak up paint. So I got a fan on it for now. But yeah, I just sprayed it like you know, spray any normal spray paint. So I gotta let this dry. I think it said 30 minutes. I might give it a whole weekend. Okay, so it's been a couple days and I like how it dried. It looks good. I'm gonna place some more gasket over the old one because I painted over it. Plus, I just wanna make sure this box is really sealed. Here you can see I was cutting the subwoofer hole. I kind of made a mistake, but it's cool. So this time around, I lined up the edges on the inside and I'm cutting off the ends. So I got my gasket on. I got the little holes pre-cut out so I don't get, you know, gaskets caught in the threads. Now the next step is going to be to take off this plexiglass and start mounting it. So the back piece peels off. Little trick is wrap it around the pole because you don't want to get any like residue stuck. So if you wrap it tightly, there you go. Look how nice that's coming off. Ooh, that's so clean. But yeah, let's place this side on the right way. Okay, not too shabby. I like how this looks. Matter of fact, let's go get the sub. Look at that, man. That is beautiful. This is my first ever ported box, man. That is beautiful. Look at that. You can see the action, man. Can't wait to get these LEDs hooked up. All right, so I got some LED lights I ordered off Amazon that glow purple. That match the car. You watch my other videos, you know how that go. So what I'm doing to mount them is I don't trust the tape. So like I do in all my other videos, big dick Gorilla Glue tape. Put a strip of that shit on there and I'm gonna stick it to the back top of the box. There we go, 2 LED strips. I want one up front and one slightly in the port behind the sub. That's all I really need. All right, cool, small. LEDs are run. I'm using tape to hold everything together. I should really use like, you know, like a stapler gun. I got my LED wire coming out the side, and I just sealed it with all the same gasket I used up here. Cool, so I took the LED lights, spliced them into the remote, and then the negative, so they all share together. That's the test glow. Camera's showing up blue, but it's purple. Got it all wired up, hooked up. Yeah, that glow shit cold, bro. I like how that looks. Don't you? Stepped out in mud, this bitch can't wait to tie my shoelace. I'm sure like girls, bet this money make a bitch so gay. Money real long, big skin cone, even the trap go jump. Y'all rich dog, never your stone, I'm putting on this stuff. Digging in the bank block, my money make a bitch buy something that. Alright, so I like how it looks so far. Still deciding if I want to carpet the box or create a trim piece, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. And, you know, I'm always doing something to this Jeep. And, yeah, it's been real.